Sure.
Okay, so this is for, excuse me, your niche market. And what I asked you to do was do a sketch or 2 or 3 sketches that you can turn into patterns. It does work better with 2 or 3 different things because then you can start kind of playing around with the relationship of those 2 or 3 things in your pattern. It'll make a more complex pattern. But you can do it with one sketch. Okay, so the first thing we're going to do is you need to get that sketch onto the computer. Now, if you've got a scanner, use a scanner. If not, use your smartphone, okay? And take a picture, try and get it well lit. Gosh, I do apologise, my battery is running out. Let me just plug in. Yeah, try and make it well lit. And you've got 2 options then. You can trace around it using the skills that you already have that we've used in our croquis design, or you can use image trace. Okay, has anyone heard of image trace before? No. Okay. So, yes. Oh, good, good. Great. So you might know this already. So anyway, in Illustrator, I'm going to go File and Place. And I have a line sketch of a flower that I'm going to use. Could trace around that, yeah? So we know that if I wanted to trace around it, let's just shut a few of these down. I could go to my Layers palette, make a new, let's just close these down as well. I can make a new layer over the top. And we're all aware now that I can use the pen tool and I can start to trace, yeah? That you've done, then with a palette called Image Trace. It's in Window. Let you, whoops, I think by, there we go, I need to click off and click on it again. Okay, so you've got these different options. If it was a color image, I can use color. Okay, I can go to color there. It's not going to spot many colors in what I do. I might as well keep it in black and white. Or I could go grayscale. I'm going to have a full-on black and white, which is going to give me either black or white. All right. I can tick preview, and it will show me what that image trace is going to look like. So at the moment, that's what that image trace is going to look like. I have a few options that I can play with. One is threshold. If I take the threshold up, then the image will get darker. Yeah? Take it down, it will get lighter. And you may find that, you know, if you sketch with a pencil, that you might need to take the threshold up quite a lot to get all the details. Okay? You have more options. They are down here. And you have the high or low paths, corners, and noise. If you want to get it as accurate, and you don't always, you might want a more simplified look, but if you want to get it as accurate as possible, take the paths and corners up to the top, and take the noise right down a vector version of your sketch. And that's what I'll go with, just for the sake of this, I will go with that. Okay, now, just having preview on is enough. It does the job, you don't need to click trace, but this is still an effect. It's like a live effect, which is great because sometimes we might want that. We're working on something else, and we might come back and we might change the amount of noise, or we might change it to color. Yeah. When you're happy with it, we need to go to expand. All right, and that's the same as any effect that you do on Illustrator. To say I'm done with that, just give me the shapes, please. We expand. The only thing being that it's still all grouped together. So we have to go up to Object and Ungroup. Now often, it's grouped more than once, twice. Once we've done that, I'm just now going to move this onto the pasteboard to show you what's happening. Because it's still got the white background. And you might not be able to tell if you're working on a white document. Now, in order to get a decent repeat, I've retained the inside bits there, okay, which is fine. I don't actually want them. If you've done a line drawing where everything meets up, yeah, because if I want to, I can grab any number of these, and I can change the color of them. I know for a fact that I'll be stuck in black and white mode because I traced in black and white, and I want black and white. If you do want to get out of black and white mode, because when I go over here, look, I am personally just going to do a black and white repeat. So I'm going to grab those shapes and delete them, and I'm going to grab these blue ones and delete those. Okay, so that's what I'm going to work with. All right, so I'm just going to go back onto my white back. So how do you do a spot repeat? Well, So I've got it selected. I can just click on plus, and I will call it flower. And there we go. We've got our swatch of our flower. So we can now use a bunch of different tools. And I'm just going to drag that on the edge so that I'm not getting confused. And let's just zoom in again. And they all live here in the main toolbox to start with. You have to go to the ... and you have to scroll down and look for one. Where's that gone? Let's have a look for it. Oh, they're all here, look. There we go. Same thing that... Cool. Right, I've got my swatch selected. My symbol sprayer tool lets me spray them. And I can just paint with them, really. To push those up and down a bit. I think my Mac's struggling a bit because I'm on a meet call with you and I'm sharing my screen. I think it's taking up a fair bit of memory for it. Okay, I'm just going to take the intensity on that up to 10 so it does a bit more. In fact, I wonder if it might be out of 15. Let's try that. Right, next I can do I'm going to do the symbol sizer tool before I do the scruncher tool. All right, I can click and hold down and I will make whatever I click and hold down I'll make bigger. And if I hold the Alt key down, I can make them smaller. So you can see that's getting bigger. I'll just hold down a bit. That one's going to get quite big. Okay, and then if I hold the Alt key down and click on one, you can see that I can make some small. When you use it and you're not live presenting to everyone, you'll probably find it's quite quick. So I can quite easily work with quite a large number of motifs and not have to just like go to the transform tool, change this, change that. It's just quite a quick way of working. Okay, I'll just take another one down, up a bit bigger, and then a few of these up down a bit smaller. Make it look like it's maybe fading out a bit at the top. Okay, so that's symbol sizer tool. The scruncher tool will let you pull them together or push them apart. So let's just look at that. Now we've changed the sizes. Just thinking. There you go. Yep, symbol scruncher tool. So these are all a bit scrunched together. I'm going to hold Alt down. Let it think again. Yeah, see that? Okay, and then you've got a few more, so have a play with them. We've done the sizer tool. We've got the spinner tool. Hopefully your resolution is good enough to... Now, this is possibly not going to work because I've only got a black and white image. But if you have colour on there, let's see if it does work. And I select whatever colour I select, it will affect them with that colour. Let's go with a pinky kind of colour. Okay, so let's see if that works. It might do ones that you click on more will go more and more pink the more that you click on them. All right, I'll have to remember that for next time. I'll have to use a colourful design. And then you've got symbol screener tool, which will let you fade them out a little bit. And the more you click, the more faint they go. Obviously, at the moment, they're going to look a little bit grayer when I do this. You see them going a bit grayer? Let me click a bit more. That's purely, they've only gone grey because it's white in the background. Obviously, if you had things in the background and you're doing layers of different patterns, the other patterns will start to come through. Let's just fade that one out a little bit. A bit more. Okay. And there is one more, but I would encourage you not to use it. Okay, which is the symbol styler tool. Now, what does the symbol styler tool do? It actually uses these styles, graphic styles, which are here, graphic styles, and it applies graphic styles to your artwork. The problem with that is that it's like using clip art. You know, someone else designed those graphic styles, and you know it will just cheapen it. It really will. So don't use them. I'm not even going to do it. Okay, but you can see that I can build up one lot with one motif, and then I could put another lot on top. and we can get a spot repeat pattern done rather than kind of open another file. Okay, so I'm just going to get a rectangle shape. Okay,